In this video, I'm going to introduce you to variables. You might want to slow it down or really take note of what is happening. The reason we're going to use variables is because as I play my game, I don't want to be having to keep typing in these numbers and changing them individually. I might make a mistake, so I might change the y by 5 there, but leave it at -10 there and make a mistake. And I want him to move at the same speed no matter which direction he's facing in. And there's my first clue on variables. On the side, the circles, I've got one called variables. If you click on variables, this window will pop up. And what I want to do is here, make my own variable. I want a variable called speed. Now a variable is something that changes. So if I click on, make a variable, it's going to ask me what I want to call it. Now always make sure you're sort of naming something for what it is. So this is speed, and I want this just to work on the Mario character. I might have other characters later on, but I want this speed to work for Mario and not speed up my enemies. I want to control them separately. So I'm going to click on for this sprite only and click OK. And what happens is I get, number one, I get this in the window. Player speed is 0 at the moment, and I've got a little blue tick over, or white tick in a blue box over here next to speed. If I press that, take the tick out of the box, then that message on the screen disappears, which is just what I want. Now, a couple of things I've got to do. When my game starts, I want to be able to set the speed. So if I click on the down arrow there, I get my variables. So I want to set my speed to a value, and I'm going to set it to 10. So it's exactly the same as I used here. So instead of putting the value 10 in this box here, I can actually use the word speed. So I'm going to put it where the 10s are, not where the -10s are. I've got some work to do with that first. So I'm going to take the two speeds, and for the change y by 10, I'm going to make it change y by speed and change x by speed. Now, I did say we've got a little bit of work to do on the -10s. To get a minus number, we actually need to use a little bit of maths. So if we go to the green section called the operators, these are mathematical operators like times, there, take away, add, divide. I want the times one, so I'm going to drag it out. Now if I multiply anything by -1, so I'm going to type in here -1. If I multiply anything by -1, any positive number by -1, so 10 times -1 will give me -10. So really I need to go back to my variables and I need to get the speed. So I am now saying that the speed times -1, so instead of being 10, which is set here, is going to be -10. And I'm going to duplicate that. So I've got two versions, because I want one for the change y, and I want one for the change x. So left and down. Now just to show you that the game is still working, if I click the green flag, Mario goes to the start, and there you go, he's running down at 10. And I can now change the speed of Mario. So if I come back to here, let's stop the game. I come back to here and change it to 1 instead of 10 and run the game. Again, I'm now pressing the down arrow. Look how slowly he is going. So you can alter the speed, and because you've used a variable, okay, here speed, 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 speed on all of the keys, it is going to work just the same on all of them. So you wouldn't have to change the value 4 times. So if I wanted to change it to 2, in the old style I would have had to come here and change that by 2, 2, 2, 2. I just need to change it in one place, and that works for all of the keys. There we go, going a little bit faster, a bit more controllable, and away we go. So that's a variable, and that is just doing the speed. The next thing I want to do is create another variable for these values here, start x and start y, and we will look at that in the next video and the reason for it.